All right, and we've been joined by our second place finisher, Connor Zilisch. We'll go ahead and open for questions for Connor. If you have one, raise your hand. We'll work to get a mic to you. And we'll start with Jeff.
I heard you say on TV, I mean, I guess you feel like it was fair, but maybe not clean, if I'm reading in between the lines. I mean, how road racing, I guess, ethically, how is that move viewed on the restart?
Yeah, I mean, it was... Hello? It wasn't dirty, no. We're racing for the win on the last restart, and I just didn't expect it. It kind of just caught me by surprise, and I wouldn't consider it dirty at all. I could have just done a better job keeping leverage, but I let him get a nose ahead of me, and at that point it's his corner, and he can do what he wants to. So, I didn't expect it, so I wish I could have it back. Scream.
Do you think that, in your mind, ideally, you're like, you want the chance to race it out for the rest of that lap and just figure it out? Like, you exit that corner side by side, you guys race it out and then see what happens, kind of thing?
Yeah, ideally, for my view, yeah, but he's also racing for a win too. So, by no means does he have to leave me room. I expected it, but I won't expect it next time. So, I'm not mad about it, but like I said, I just wish I could have it back. I would have done it differently.
All right, I want to make note that we've also been joined by our third place finisher, Sheldon Creed. We'll continue with questions. If you have one for Connor or Sheldon, go ahead. Dustin?
Dustin Lavino, JC. Connor, what exactly would you have done differently?
I was clear by a foot just before the braking zone. I would have taken it and not let him get to my left side. I wanted to be on the right side, though, exiting one, to be on the inside for two. So that was kind of my plan and why I let him get to my left side. But had I known he was just going to not let me stay outside of him out of one, I would have blocked and not let him get to my inside. So, live and learn. But, it's just part of it. He's got a lot more experience than me, and these are the moments I can learn from him and make myself better.
And Sheldon, when you're battling Connor and SVG up front at a road course, how much are you learning?
I was trying to learn quite a bit, just watching and following. I felt like my biggest weakness was probably the brake zones. I feel like if I just pushed any harder, I would start wheel hopping, and that would made it kind of hard to keep up with them. I would wheel hop pretty easy, and then would just start sliding the back of the car around when I tried to push my pace a bit. So you try to watch while you can, but then they get away pretty quick. So I was just kind of the best of the rest today.
All right, we'll continue with questions. Go ahead.
No opposer, kicking the tires. Connor, when we spoke here last year, you talked about how excited you were to be able to finally race here one day. Now that you've completed your first Chicago street race, did the track and the racing live up to your expectations? And what are your biggest takeaways from this experience?
Yeah, I think street racing is probably my favorite form of racing, and I haven't been able to do it in a while. I think it's been at least 2 years, around 2 years since I last did a street race. So, I've been looking forward to this one, and it's just so much fun. You have to be so perfect as a driver, and I wasn't in practice. I hit the wall, and my team had to do a lot of work today, but on the other side of it, in the race, I until the end, I didn't have a mark on my car, and I was doing a good job, and I was proud of that, and it was really cool. My dad grew up in Chicago, so I had a bunch of family here, and to get to race in front of them and be able to just enjoy this experience, racing in Chicago in a downtown city was so cool, and I really hope NASCAR can do some more of these because. It's so cool to be able to race in front of so many new fans.
All right, we'll go to Bob.
There's Bobby right there.
For Connor, do you feel if you had to do it all over again, would you have done anything different on the restart?
I just got asked that, but yes, I would have. I told the rest of them I would have. Just before the brake zone, I got called clear, and I didn't take it because I wanted to be on the inside for turn 2, expecting us to exit turn 1 side by side, and if I knew that I wouldn't have exited turn 1 side by side, and he was gonna take it and clear himself, I would have blocked and protected the inside line more. So I definitely would have done it differently, knowing what his plan was. But that's racing, and it wasn't dirty. It was just aggressive, and something I'll take note of. I've never raced Shane before, so I didn't know what to expect, and I was trying to race him as respectful as possible. But when it comes to racing for the win, all of us are going to do whatever we can to win, and I should have done more.
Because he's a tough guy, you already asked that. Would you expect anything different if he was an Xfinity regular versus a Cup regular?
No, I see Shane as a driver who, came from Australia, New Zealand, and over there, we were raised the same, right? When you hit someone, you get a penalty, and I expected that, but by no means is that the rule here, so I have nothing to complain about. I can't be upset about it, but with that, it's part of racing, and definitely I'll learn and be more aggressive next time, no matter the situation. So no hard feelings, just I didn't know what to expect, and I'm a very, as a driver, I like to know who I'm racing against, and I use that to my advantage. I take notes on people and understand what they do and how they race, and I change how I race based on that, and I've just never raced against him before. So if I race against him again, I'm going to do something differently.
All right. Any final questions? All right, Connor, Sheldon, thank you for joining us.
Thanks, everyone.